Hey, hey. Hi, guys. All right, Sagittarians, welcome back. Let's go ahead and take a look and ask what's the biggest, most powerful message for next week? And we have Crystal Ball. Um, wonderful, wonderful vibe of, this crystal balls are, associated with scrying, like looking into the future, right? Um, but here's the thing. If you just look at a crystal ball, what you really see is reflected is your own self in an inverted image, right? So there's this element that says, well, what do we want our world to look like? And the best way to take stock of that is to look at our own actions from a different perspective. So it's a really fun way to think about this because throughout this next week, we could have actually, let's ask that right now. How do people view Sagittarius? Because I have a feeling Sag needs to look at themselves through the eyes of others. Flip everything upside down and see themselves as if they weren't themselves in order to then make decisions about, okay, this is the direction I'm going to take and this is how I'm going to move forward. Okay, so how do others see Sag? Ace of Swords, somebody who is so straightforward, so honest, somebody who has no problem making decisions, somebody who says, this is true, that is not, and I go with truth. That's just how I walk in this world. I walk with truth. Queen of Wands. People also see the Sag as somebody extremely attractive. Masculine or feminine is irrelevant. This is a person who does not suffer fools. They do not tolerate things that they do not want. They do not allow things to trouble their mind that it's like, sorry, but that's not my problem. And it's not to be rude or unhelpful. It's that they're not going to be manipulated into thinking that certain things should become their, hill to fight on. It's just not the way this person operates. This person has the way others see Sag is like Sag says what they mean what they say. They hold themselves to a really high level, and their only expectation is that other people are just as truthful and other people come to the table with just exactly the same energy. Now that can intimidate people, right? Seven of Swords, especially people that want to lie. Somebody over here with the Five of Cups and then the Star card. It's as if other people see the Sag as a person who's still healing from someone who lied to them as well. And that was a big disappointment. So if there is any energy that might be holding our Sag back this week, and what they want to do is project into the future, what will happen in the future? How will I get beyond this? Looking at themselves from an outsider's perspective and saying, okay, people know that I'm truthful. They also see me as super attractive. All right, I can look in the mirror and I can admit, yes, I got nice eyes. Yes, I got, whatever the features are that the Sag sees when they look in the mirror. They can honestly, and I think that they probably are being encouraged right now to see themselves the way someone else would see them. Someone else would see them, people are so mean to themselves and other people, like I never walk around and go like, "Oh, that person is unattractive." I'm like, "What do you mean? Everybody is like human beings are attractive. We're an attractive species, like, and we're also different and we have like different features and things like that. And it's like, there's not ever been a human where I wouldn't look at them and say, oh my God, that person had, oh, I love their eyebrows. Oh, I love their ears. Oh, I love, the whatever, the shape of their toes, whatever it is. Everybody has beauty to them. And I just feel like the Sag is needing to step out of themselves and see themselves, their grace, their beauty, their power the way others do, and also see the one little thing that might be hampering them, which would be a disappointment that someone who should have been trustworthy wasn't. Because I think trust is the major issue if there's anything holding back our Sag. And that's the only thing for them to still heal from. But everyone who would look at the Sag would say, oh, yeah, they totally had somebody that was not worthy of their time, who hurt their heart a little bit. Because the Sag, wants to believe in people doing their best. But the Sag also has power like nobody I know. If anything, they're going to climb higher and shine brighter because they got disappointed by someone. And so right now I think that's a really important message for this upcoming week, is for the Sag to, in looking toward their future, they have to first see themselves through the eyes of others and then realize, oh wow, you're right. I got this. I can heal this. This ain't no thing. I got this. Because other people fully expect the Sag to just rise. Hang on, we already used that deck, so let's change decks. Okay, what else does our Sag have to look forward to this week? What's our power message here? Four of Wands, Death card, Eight of Wands. Heck yeah, they're putting some action into play to get their life completely balanced the way they want it to be. Now, of course, it doesn't happen all at once, but it's if if our Sag is all about having a wish fulfillment, having a healed energy, and looking toward their future, they're getting back on track with saying, you know what, before I met that person that lied to me, I knew exactly what kind of a relationship I wanted, what kind of a love I wanted to have, what kind of a job I wanted to have, where I wanted to live with my partner, where we would grow old together. I'm totally getting back on track with imagining that. But you know what? A few things have changed at this point because I'm ready to take a little bit more action in getting that to happen. So I almost feel like this is a story of a Sag who had kind of a setback, something that they had really, someone they put their trust in disappointed them. And this is the week that they're fully releasing that, just as everybody else would say, are you kidding me? Sag can do better than that person who hurt them. Sag is like so much hotter than whoever they were with that was, not being truthful or was not treating them well. Sag is so much smarter than whatever that job is that, didn't treat them well. Like, other people have total confidence in the Sag, and Sag just needed to see that through other people's eyes. And now that they're seeing that for themselves, they're getting back on track, but they're changing a little bit of what they want their future to look like because they're already going after it. So let's put it this way: Sag might go out on a date this week because they're like, that's right. I'm done with the person that lied to me. That's over. I am healed and or healing, and I want to meet amazing people that really match me in power. So let me start only dating people that are like me or better. Let me only start interacting with people that are like, they got the same forward growth, forward motive. They really want to have a stable life, not a drama filled one. That's who I'm going to interact with. So I'm going to go ahead and put myself out there. I'm going to go to a, whatever, maybe a meetup group. I'm going to take action to communicate with other people that could be like minded soulmates. Don't know until you get to know them. But I feel like this, if this is about like dating and romance, this is a Sag who's going to, maybe they're going to join like one of those meetup groups so they can go hiking with a bunch of other people. They're going to, whatever, take a rock climbing class. They're going to do things, do activities that will bring them into the energy flow of others to connect with, because they're going to go ahead and they're going to keep filling their life with amazing things, amazing people, and eventually find the amazing one that will match them. Now, the other side of this could be that this is a character who is actually saying, okay, whatever didn't go right for me doesn't matter. That doesn't define me. I'm back on track, making my life what I want it to be. And, I've always wanted to move to some other place. I'm going to look into that. This could be as simple as like looking up, whatever, apartments in some other town, or planning a trip to go take a little vacation to an area that they're thinking, maybe next year I would like to move to a whole different location because that's part of my big life plan. Whatever is going to make this Sag happy, that is something they've wanted for a long time. They're back on track to get that, but they're more motivated to take an actionable step to creating, I just spit by the way, to creating this and making it happen for themselves. Two of Swords. What's the little question mark there? Because there's going to be a decision that they're going to have to make. A decision about when. So the timing is the only thing to contemplate here. Karma in the reverse. That is, so the only thing is, I feel like our Sag, without necessarily admitting it to themselves, they still kind of have wondered, is there any hope for that situation from the past? And at some point, I think the big question is, will maybe that person who lied to me ever come clean and fix things? Will they ever see it in my way? And I think they're going to have to make a decision about whether or not it matters if that person changes and someday shows back up. Because with the karma card in the reverse, I would say that no. The Sag has to ask themselves that really tough question of, if someone who lied to me came back in, would it change and make me say, oh, great, now I want to get with you? And their answer is no. Actually, that's how they know that they're really done with the situation, because in truth, their life has been going in a better direction. The steps that they've taken to move toward their wishes and their dreams and their goals, travel or moving or interacting with other people, all those things are already making them happier than when they dealt with somebody that they couldn't believe the words that were coming out of their mouth. So I don't think that this is going to matter. I think that's what this whole week is about, is when projecting what we want for the future, you know, especially if the future is like, well, will that person ever come back in and apologize? Whoever I dealt with that lied. Does it matter if they apologize? Because would we really accept the apology? And in this storyline, the character says, I don't think even the apology changes anything. And I don't think at this point that their presence in my life, if they did come back in, would make me want to say, oh, yes, you add so much value, because I'm realizing I'm loving the steps I've taken just this week. I love the steps that I've taken. My life right now is happier and moving in happier directions than it has in a long time. So if somebody from the past who lied came back, what could they possibly be adding or bringing that I would want? You know, and I know it sounds really terrible. It doesn't mean somebody has no value. It means that the person who the Sag was trying to heal from, they maybe didn't contribute in the past. And at this point, if trust has been lost, the effort that it would take to rebuild it and all those things might be more effort than what somebody wants to put out there. And that's each individual's prerogative, right? It's just Sag is like, God, I love my life how it is. Truth be told, I don't really want them to add their energy into my world again. I think I'm good. And I think that's a huge revelation for the, you know, in the week, is just like our Sag is like really, they're getting a look at how other people perceive them, and it's absolutely freaking beautiful. And then they're also, you know, like getting into their groove and getting their wishes and dreams back on track. And then it becomes pretty apparent that, oh my gosh, I don't think I'd want that past person back after all. So it's a kind of a week of breakthroughs is what I would say on this one. Anyway, if you guys do enjoy my fictional storytelling, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you, and take care.